A little tired over there, buddy?
Oh, shot.
What'd you watch the game last night?
Yeah.
Watched the whole season?
Audio Jungle.
No, like everyone involved should be embarrassed. Like everyone.
Like Goodell.
Like everyone involved.
Goodell's a loser.
From like the commissioner to the owners to the coaches to the players. Everyone.
Agreed.
It's not good.
All right.
It's literally dog shit.
Ready?
Absolutely, sir.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. Welcome in to the Tipsy Tailgate. We are here from Tipsy Tailgate Media, as you could see. We are bringing you guys episode 9, I believe, of the season. We're talking football. We're talking NFL. We're talking bad football.
Horrible
A
football.
lot of bad football.
Horrible football.
And we're going to hit on a couple things for you guys. If you're new here, follow us at Tipsy Tailgate Media on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of them. Thanks for listening, and let's get into it. So, first thing I want to talk about, and, we've been talking about this for a while, Ben. What's going on with the NFL? There's something up. Something's up. So, let me just paint the picture real quick. Not only has the product been a little bit underwhelming, in my opinion, this year.
A little underwhelming.
Your opinion, too.
It's fucking horrible how bad the NFL is this year.
It's definitely been. I feel like they might have peaked in terms of like high-flying games, and I just feel like it's, I don't know.
In a league where, as we saw last week with the roughing the passer call on Brady, which I think we can all agree wasn't roughing the passer, and that's just an example of it. The fact that you can't hit anyone on offense, and you have a game last night where the final score is 12-7 on Thursday Night Football on your new platform, Amazon Prime, with Al Michaels calling the game.
Yeah.
That is a joke.
I think, what was it? There was one touchdown in that game, right?
And it was by Justin Fields.
I think that, I'm not sure if this is correct, but I think in the past 2 games, that was the first touchdown of the 2 games.
Justin Fields, guess his stat line. Do you know what his stat line was?
Probably under 100. No, probably like 120 pass yards.
190 pass yards. 14 of 27.
He had a pick, got sacked, 4 times?
14 of 27.
Yeah, no.
If in this NFL,
disaster.
you can't complete like 60% of your throws, you're a horrible quarterback. Like a terrible quarterback, and you don't belong in the league. Like, that's embarrassing. Is this like an unpopular opinion?
No, I
if
agree.
you're sub 60% in these rules where you can't put your hands on the receiver and you can barely play defense, you have no business being in the NFL.
I agree. So, and going off that, it's not just the product that's been terrible for the NFL. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that you might not know of. So let me paint the picture. Like I was saying, the Washington Commanders owner, Dan Snyder, all-time loser.
He's the worst.
Very known around the league.
He's the worst.
Nobody likes him, really.
One of the worst guys to ever be associated with sports.
Yeah. Jerry Jones might like him, but nobody really knows. I feel like they used to have a friendship. Now it's a little bit more edgy. They took a picture after their recent game on the field with each other, and Jerry Jones kind of looked like he was forced to be there. Who knows? But regardless, Dan Snyder is basically about to get the boot from the NFL, but he's been around for so long, and he's hired private investigators on other owners, on Goodell, and on the league. And basically, he's claiming that he has enough dirt on the league that is real serious dirt that the league can't do anything to him, because if they come out with it, it could
He's going to come out with his stuff.
Yeah. Which I think people are, why aren't we talking about this enough? This is like the biggest sports league in the world.
Yeah.
In America, at least. And one of the owners is threatening basically to blow up the NFL because
they want to
he's
get
in
rid
trouble.
of him.
Yeah. So this is huge. Like,
Yeah.
people aren't talking about this enough. This is huge. Not only could this, I mean, I'm sure part of what he knows is probably that, for sure, Goodell had the Ray Rice video and knew about it ahead of time. I'm sure he probably knew about Kareem Hunt stuff before. I'm sure there's a whole
Well, listen, do you also think
cover-ups probably. There's probably cover-ups of certain NFL games.
do you think it involves other stuff along the lines of what happened with Robert Kraft a few years ago with other owners? Do you think it might
Of
involve shit
course.
like that?
I think think about it. These owners are all billionaires. They definitely have their own little secrets.
Mm-hmm.
And this little group that I think in the article they called each other, it was a mafia.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't be surprised if anything that comes out.
Well, do we also, like, I'm not even saying I disagree with you, but to play devil's advocate, what if he's full of shit? I'm sure he has dirt. I'm
Definitely
sure he has
possible.
dirt.
I'm with Ben.
But he is one of the biggest assholes to ever be
But,
associated with.
okay, but
sports.
here's the thing. For 4 to 5 years already, he's been getting talked about getting kicked from the league.
Mhm.
And why hasn't it happened yet? It might be
That's
because
fair.
of this.
No, that's fair.
If they wanted him out, usually just like that,
yeah,
you're out.
that is fair.
He's sticking around for some reason.
Yeah.
And it might be because he really does have dirt.
And again, I wasn't even necessarily disagreeing with you. I was more
Yeah.
like, this guy's a psychopath.
And then not only that, there was some controversy, and my grandpa brought it up to me. If you're listening, shout out to you. That, you know, there's been other stuff that's kind of been a little sketchy around the league. There's been Tampa Bay plays their game in Tampa, a day after or the same day that 100 miles away they're searching for bodies from Hurricane was it Hurricane Ian?
I believe it was Hurricane.
Yeah, Hurricane Ian. There's that. There's the Tua injury that, you know, there's a third party that gets fired because of it because they let him go back in,
Yeah.
whatever it is. There's been a lot going on in the NFL.
No, the NFL is not having a good season.
It's not in a good place
and
right
for several reasons, as you said, it's not even just the product on the field, which has been fucking horrible. Like, so bad. Like, how is it this bad?
Yeah.
I don't get that. But then on top of that, you have all these other issues going along with it. It's been I don't even know what to say about it. It's very rare that I'm at a loss for words.
Honestly,
And I
yeah.
am pretty rattled by the state of the NFL right now.
Honestly, I'm gonna scrub through real quick to make sure. But besides the Chiefs-Raiders game, the Monday Night Football game last week, has there been a primetime game that's been even half interesting?
I mean, Chiefs-Bucks was 41-31, but it was a blowout until the end. Like, the Bucks kind of came back at the end.
Exactly. Yeah, it was kind of like garbage time.
So, I mean,
We had
the
whoever's
Seahawks
picking-
Broncos was an interesting game. It wasn't a good game, but it was an interesting game.
I like that game.
there was the Chargers Chiefs week 2 Thursday night,
That was a good game.
which was
that
the
was a
river-
great
that
game.
was a good game.
That was a
So
great
we have 2 good games, and 2 of them involved the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Both of them involved the
the best player in the NFL. Like,
Yeah.
2 of them involved the best quarterback
Yeah.
in the NFL.
Well, what are the Bills and Chiefs? What day? That's Sunday night?
This is,
No, Sunday
Oh,
night.
that's. Do they
Sunday
play in the
night's
afternoon?
Okay, Eagles-Cowboys will be a very good game, and that's Sunday Night Football this week.
Yes.
And I think that's going to be a
I
great
think
game.
I think the Broncos Chargers will be a terrible game.
I think the Chargers go out there and roll them.
I hope they do. I've been waiting for the Chargers to roll a team for so long.
No, like,
They've been
Russell
so
Wilson needs to
disappointing
get
to
his.
me.
okay.
I just want one of the two to just go
Also,
off. Please.
what if? So, I don't. In 2012, Aiden, you know this. I think that history repeats itself all the time in sports. And in 2012, when the Broncos first got Peyton Manning, very similar
Takes a lot.
start, struggling a lot, and then they had a Monday night game against the Chargers where they went down. I believe it was 21-3. Something crazy. They were down by a lot, and then they just absolutely storm back in the game. They come back, win the game in the fourth quarter, and then that set them off on an 11-game winning streak. Now, I'm not saying that the Broncos are going to do that necessarily, but as I said, history repeats itself. It's the Broncos, it's the Chargers on Monday Night Football. What if this is the win for the Broncos that sets them back on track for the rest of the season?
All right, so I would agree with you if this one thing wasn't the case. Ready? We've got Justin Simmons battling an injury, might return. They've got Ronald Darby officially placed on IR, out for the year, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Gregory placed on IR, not out for the year, but out for the foreseeable future, a couple weeks. Javonte Williams out for the year. And then they've already lost Tim Patrick earlier in the season.
Yeah.
This team is
they're beat up.
They're beat up.
They're beat up.
And like when you're trying to like figure it out and then eventually like you said, make that run, I mean, I don't know exactly, but I bet you Peyton Manning wasn't losing one of his best corners, one of his best running back, one of his best pass
No, that is
rusher.
one thing about those Broncos teams. For some reason, it never seemed like they got hurt.
Yeah.
Like they stayed on the
They
field
were.
pretty
Yeah, they were
consistently. They were pretty healthy. But then again, if you have a great quarterback, a Hall of Fame quarterback, which Russ isn't playing like right now, but he has been for the majority of his career, you get an energy in that locker room when he starts playing to the capability that he can.
Mm-hmm.
So if he gets rolling and he gets buzzing, that's a lot of energy for the rest of the room to feed off. And I think that honestly, not erased completely, but minimizes a lot of the injury issues that they have. Not that those guys would be on the field necessarily, but everyone plays at a higher level. All the backups play at a higher level. They're feeding off of Russ's energy. They got a lot of momentum. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying that I wouldn't be surprised if it happened.
I have a question. When is it fair to say that the Seahawks fleece the Broncos?
Next season.
Really?
Like at the end of next season?
Yeah.
You're saying?
Or like,
'Cause I'm ready to say right now that they fleeced that
No,
trade. I think
no.
Russell Wilson's a joke.
no, it's too early.
All right, here's my question off of that. Russell Wilson got a 5-year extension, all right? What if 3 years in, he hasn't done anything, and they're officially looking to find a new quarterback? Does Russell Wilson still make the Hall of Fame? Because his trajectory was first ballot Hall of Famer, most likely. If not, just Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I think he's still in the Hall of Fame.
Even if he stinks it up completely with the Broncos, 3, 4, or 5 years, whatever it is. You still think so?
I would say yes. Not first ballot, obviously. But the thing that going to the Broncos, like the thing that it really could have done for his legacy is say, oh my God, like he is all-time great if he went to the Broncos and won. And if he doesn't, it's like, oh,
He was just one of the
shit.
one of the good times.
Like he's great, but is he that great? Like,
Sure.
like I would then put him in the Eli Manning category of he's a Hall of Famer, but is he like all time great? Like no,
Okay,
but he's still a Hall of
I
Famer.
agree with that. Let's move on to. I like this topic. Who's more likely to lose their job? Dak Prescott or Mac Jones?
I think it would be Dak Prescott purely because Jerry Jones is the owner of that team, and he likes to fiddle with shit a lot more than Mr. Kraft and Belichick like to.
So you'd think that there's a possibility that they stay on to Cooper Rush the whole full time. So in 4 games,
You weren't saying that
Or-
last week,
No,
Ben.
but hey, what did I say? What did I say last week?
things change.
If they beat the Rams,
They beat up the Rams.
they beat the shit out of them. And I understand that last week I said, well, if he goes out there and he just hands off the ball and he doesn't make that many plays. He didn't make that many
No.
plays, but this team's feeding off of his energy right now.
So
I'm still a Dak over Cooper Rush guy. Like, I think that's the right move to go from Dak to Cooper Rush. I just think that Jerry Jones likes to handle everything himself. And right now, Jerry Jones is a Cooper Rush guy over Dak Prescott.
So in 4 starts, Cooper Rush is 4-0, 839 pass yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I mean, that's
he
might not be lighting it up in the air, but he's doing everything.
That's
they
like
ask.
200 yards and 1 touchdown, no picks a game.
Yeah, which
it's not.
It's working for them. They're 4-0. It's working.
Listen,
for
it's
them.
working, and they're playing off of their defense. I just think, like, if you go to Dak, right, like,
Then you could
you
really
have a chance to just blow people out. Like, you could be winning 35-10 in some of these games.
Yeah, but what if like you kind of just ruin everything that's going
No,
on?
but
for you
that's
right
a
now?
fair argument. That's a very fair argument.
Like,
And-
if it ain't broke, why?
No,
No, but I will say, I will acknowledge the fact that I have always been a stick with the veteran, the guy who's been there longer, than change to the guy who is currently starting. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I were an adult in 2001, I would have been a Bledsoe over Brady guy. Like, I can acknowledge that. I probably would have been on the side of I want Bledsoe to start over Brady. And I can say that because in 2015 or 2016, I was saying, no, give Romo his starting job back over Dak.
Okay.
But I can acknowledge that I was wrong about that. Like, I was definitely wrong about that.
Yeah. And then so another another thing is if in my opinion, I think that the Cowboys should just ride Cooper until he loses them until he loses them a game, or until they clearly needed a little bit more out of the quarterback position and they didn't do, and he wasn't able to provide it. Because not only that, you don't want to ruin any mojo you have going on.
Yeah.
But I also think it's a big thing. It gets a fire under Dak.
Yeah.
He's probably right now. He's like probably aggravated. Give it 3 more weeks, and there's rumors that he's losing his job, and he's gonna be so much more hungry to go out there and get a win. So much more hungry to really impress in practice. I mean, has he not? I mean, I know I think he's limited this week.
Yeah.
But when he is full time, is he gonna go out there and like light it up?
Okay.
Because if he's not lighting it up in practice, then what are you doing? Where's the fire?
Here's a crazy, like, this is looking way too far in front of the future, or just a crazy idea in itself.
I have a feeling.
Cooper Rush wins this week against the Eagles, and the Cowboys are sticking with Cooper Rush, and you're the Indianapolis Colts. What do you give up to get Dak Prescott on your team?
I'm giving up. I don't know where they stand on picks, like the Colts.
I would give up whatever it takes.
I'm surprised. I didn't think
probably
that
give up.
you were gonna say the Colts. I thought you were gonna say a different team.
What team?
Perhaps the New England Patriots.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I love Mac. I love Mac. I don't know what.
Nah, I'm fucking around.
I love Mac.
Fucking around.
I would never want to get rid of Mac. I don't think Zappy's good. Like, we beat the Lions, people. The Lions suck. Like, they're not very good. Like, sure, they have the highest scoring offense in the league, but they only score points at home. If you put them in an away stadium, shit's going to go wrong for them. I could see them winning 5 or 6 games, but only at home. And to me, that's not like a great team. That's like a mediocre below average team, not a horrible team. That was a little aggressive on my end, but I mean, they're not that good.
Yeah. I mean, going back to what you were saying though, I don't see a world where they would trade Dak Prescott or even think about it.
But if you're going with Cooper Rush and Dak's all pissed and he demands a trade, what if that were to happen?
Like, I guess I don't see Dak.
It's completely hypothetical.
Yeah.
It's completely hypothetical. I thought it would just be a fun topic.
There's a few teams. Put Dak in Washington.
Oh,
they're miserable.
But they would never do in-division trade like that.
Chicago, it's just like, it's so bad. That game last night, I wish there was just 2 different quarterbacks on the field.
So bad. So bad. I think Dak and Indy would be electric. I really do. Him with Frank Reich and Jonathan Taylor.
But I do think he would need another weapon at receiver.
Yeah,
because he is a very weapon-based, I think,
Yeah.
quarterback. If they could get like him and like, I don't know, like Noah Brown or something, or like Gallup from the Cowboys in a package, then now we're talking.
But not to get too far off topic, I would definitely say that Dak is more likely to lose his job over Mac.
Agreed. I agree. It's more so.
Why, you're worried as a Pats fan that
No.
you think that Zappy's gonna like come in and start?
Well,
It's more so that the backup
if Zappy
is
comes
better
in and does
Cowboys
his job, like, am I going to be pissed as a Pats fan? No. Then you get the Pats back to 500 and then Mac's ready to go. So I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah.
To me, that's ideal.
True. So let's move on. Let's move on to Davante Adams. If you want to set the scene, Ben, for all the viewers that might not have seen it, what went down?
If you didn't see last Sunday, Aaron Rodgers played like Aaron Rodgers, and he fucking sucked. Let's go G-Men. Made my weekend for sure. Made my weekend. Aaron Rodgers, you're a joke. Wait, okay. Here's a good experiment. How much shit have you guys heard about Rodgers this week about getting 2 balls batted down at the line? You hear anything? You hear anything, Sal?
I didn't.
No,
hear
you have not. You have not heard anything. If any other quarterback in the NFL played that game and had 2 balls swatted down at the line of scrimmage, oh my God, the gates of hell would open on them. How pathetic is that?
Brutal.
He sucked.
No, he's.
I don't care that the Giants are 4-1. They are not a good football team. They are not good. They are not good at all. And Aaron Rodgers, you got brought to overtime by a third-string quarterback, and then you go to London, complain about it the whole week, and then you lose to a team that is clearly inferior to your team. Clearly inferior. But it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
He was tripping on the field. It was funny. Made people laugh.
I think the question was.
He was high. It's not his fault.
I think the question was Davante Adams.
I'm just providing background to the story.
So Davante Adams.
But this, let's talk about an excuse for Rodgers.
God.
His number one receiver left, so it's not his fault. Davante, Aaron took way too long to decide, took way too much money to keep Davante, so it's somehow everybody else's fault that Aaron doesn't have Davante. But regardless, yes, I do think that the two miss each other.
Well, yeah. So
it hasn't been going well for either guy.
So
it has not been going well.
Davante had coming off what was his best game yet? I'd probably say, right?
2 bomb touchdowns.
Yeah, only 3 catches, 3 catches, 2 touchdowns,
Get a
124
Randy Moss
yards.
stat line.
Yeah, exactly.
Randy Moss.
He made a huge catch at the end of that game, and if you didn't see, they lost in disappointing fashion. The Raiders, that is, and Davante Adams was mad, and he's running off the field, and cameraman, I believe, was walking by, and he just shoved him, like threw
Smoked
him.
Wait, did you guys see the thing that apparently Randy Johnson's a cameraman now? Did you see that, Ben?
Yeah.
Imagine Davante shoved Randy Johnson.
He wouldn't go too far.
Okay, I'm not trying to make an excuse for the Raiders here because obviously they got to win some fucking games here, right? But they've lost every game that they've lost by 1 score.
Yeah.
Like, they're in every game.
Situationally is where they need to improve.
So, honestly, it's going to sound wild, and you guys are going to get mad at me, and I don't really care. If you look at the way that Carr and Rodgers have performed, there really hasn't been that much of a difference.
No.
At all.
Rodgers has not been impressive.
Here's Carr's
It looks
stat
like he
line.
doesn't even care.
Here's Carr's stat line. 1,279 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 picks. Here's Rodgers' stat line. 1,157 yards, 8 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Yeah, pretty similar.
So from a pure quarterback play perspective, should Davante regret his move? No. He was probably sick of Rodgers fucking yelling at him.
I think the one thing he regrets is the cakewalk of a division the Packers were in.
Yes.
That now, is a little bit more.
That division
difficult with the Vikings.
sucks. That division is so bad.
We were pretty wrong about Minnesota too.
No, they've been doing good.
Yeah,
No,
but they got some bullshit wins.
Yeah, no,
4-1.
I know I'm shitting on the Packers, but I'm gonna change my tune, and I think that the Packers
They actually might
win that division.
Yeah, we were all over the Vikings winning that division.
It's because of Kirk Cousins.
Hey, Vikings are 4-1.
I don't care. Kirk Cousins stinks. That guy stinks at football.
They almost lost to the Bears.
We knew
That's
already.
the team that Dak Prescott should go to, if the Cowboys go in the Cooper Rush direction. Kirk Cousins blows. He blows.
Yes. That would be huge.
He is so bad.
Baker's.
Lord. No. Kirk Cousins is bad. Baker Mayfield is bad.
It goes back to what
Baker
we were
Mayfield
saying.
just got a
not
coach
playing
fired.
this week.
He isn't?
He's hurt. PJ Walker.
Oh,
Wait,
what about Sam?
Yeah, Sam Darnold still hurt.
Sam's still hurt. Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's PJ Walker, I believe.
It just goes back to what you're saying, Ben. Some bad football this year.
just bad football. It's been bad.
Um.
The fact that the Vikings are 4-1 show how bad football's been. Because they don't look good.
Yeah.
They do not look good. I'm not through the first half of the season, I am not like a huge record guy. Like, look at the way you're playing. If you're like 4-2 and you're winning on last second field goals to teams like the Saints who are 1-4, and then again, I don't feel that. I'm not like bashing on the Saints here. I think the Saints are a pretty good team, but if you're the Vikings, you got to take care of business in that game and win by like 10.
Yeah.
Like that's
No,
not a
agreed.
last second field goal game. You got to smash them.
Let's go over this week 6 of football coming up. Let's kind of go rapid fire here. So Ravens Giants. I'm taking the Ravens.
Taking the Giants. I know I just shit on them, but
What are you thinking? Ravens Giants.
Ravens.
I'm going Ravens.
the Giants are Are we doing dog of the week?
Yeah.
We'll do it after.
All right, but
We're
I'm
running
spoil
through-
mine. I'm gonna go with the Giants as my dog of the week.
Okay. Jags Colts. This is interesting because Jags have a huge track record of just destroying the Colts. But I think it's mostly when the Jags are home. Jags are away now.
They're playing again already?
Yeah. I
Wow.
don't know.
That's a quick turnaround.
Listen, I think the Jags are plus 2.5. Like, people know that, like, it's gonna be close. I kind of want to take the Jags, but like, I mean, the Colts they have to win these games. Do they not? Like, they have to win.
Yeah,
these
but
games.
Aiden, every time we take the Colts,
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm taking the Jaguars.
Yeah, the Jags are plus 2, so everyone knows that they should.
No,
be
but then
in
again,
this game.
the Jaguars lost to the Texans last week.
That's what I'm saying. You really don't know. All right, I'm going Colts.
Ben, who do you got?
Screw it.
I'm going with the Jaguars.
I'm going Colts.
Okay, Patriots, Browns.
I just wish Mac was playing because it would so be the Pats.
Browns are home.
I know,
Are you
regardless.
asking that, or yeah, Browns are home.
If Mac was playing, I'd go with the Pats, but I gotta go with the Browns.
This is tough. I think that we could kind of will it out, like just a classic Belichick, like versus the Packers. Type
What are we
game.
gonna do about Chubb? Honestly,
That's
like
the
what are
thing.
we? And then, if the other team's keeping your offense off the field, you need explosive ass plays. Just get down the field quick. Take like a
Yeah,
2-minute drive, and we can't do that. We can barely do that with Mac, let alone Zappy.
The one thing though is, if Belichick does his classic remove your one weapon or take away one weapon, make you beat us the other way, and he somehow does something where, the running game isn't existent, then, it's what, Brissett,
Well, he
and
also
Amari
knows
Cooper.
He also knows more about Brissett than Brissett knows about
Yeah.
Brissett.
So, it's very possible.
I will go with the Browns winning by a field goal. I think
Yeah,
it's going to be a
gonna
good
be
game. I'm
close.
not
It's
saying
gonna
the
be a good
Pats are
game.
going to get blown out, but I got the Browns.
I don't even know, honestly. I'm gonna lean Browns. No, screw it. I'm going Pats. I'm going Pats.
What do you got, Salvatore?
Browns.
Yeah, I got the Browns as well.
All right, Bengals Saints. This one should be a good matchup.
I got the Bengals.
Yeah, I think the Bengals have to really prove that
They
they're here.
They need a big bounce back win. I think if the Browns are sorry, not the Browns. Fuck me.
You seem a little rattled.
No.
You're scared. You're scared about the Browns.
Yeah, I'm not liking it.
The Browns?
I'm not liking it this week. But the Bengals, if the Bengals played the Ravens at any point in their schedule other than last week, they would have beaten them. Like later in the season, I think the Bengals take care of business against them.
Yeah, I think they need to figure it out. They just take a little bit longer. I'm going Bengals. But there's something about the Saints when Taysom Hill is like getting like 90% of the snaps.
Fuck Taysom Hill.
He's their whole offense right now.
Oh my god. And there's a reason their offense isn't good.
Bengals Saints.
Bengals.
Bucks Steelers.
Bucks.
Buckies.
Bucks.
Buckies.
You know what I would love though?
No.
Just to see Kenny Pickett throw some touchdowns.
Oh yeah.
That would be
be nice.
I'd love
for-
That would be nice. Maybe
I'd love for a couple
for the
Kenny
fantasy owners out there, maybe Deontay Johnson gets his first
Nah,
touchdown
George
of the year.
Pickens or George Pickens, too.
It's bullshit.
Um,
Maybe Najee Harris.
Whoa. Mac Jones could be medically cleared at any time, according to Bill Belichick.
Okay, but he's just a known capper.
All right. I got the Pats. this weekend. Let's go, baby.
Belichick's a known capper.
Pats over Browns. I'm changing my pick.
49ers Falcons.
Niners.
Niners. They're winning the Super Bowl.
Niners. Whoa.
They're winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, I also want to say this. I didn't say this. My Super Bowl pick from 3 weeks ago. Lock it in. Rest of the year. Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes and them are getting another ring, and it's happening this year. Mark your calendar.
Okay, you know what I would actually want to see? I'd want to see a rematch of that Super Bowl, and I think the Niners would win this time.
Still got the Chiefs.
I would love that matchup.
But that would be a
I
good
would love to
matchup.
see that again.
Jets Packers. So I think there's a crazy stat where like the Packers haven't lost with Rodgers after what, 1 loss, 2 losses, whatever it is,
They've never lost 3 straight, I think it was.
something like that. And I want to take the
Wait,
Jets.
wait, what?
Something about-
Packers haven't lost 3 straight?
It's
I think
something-
like under
something wild
Rodgers,
like
I don't
that.
think they've lost, or I think they've covered every time, like on the third. I don't know, something like that.
Which I mean, like, how many times? Like, I don't know. I don't really think it's that crazy of a stat. I
No.
doubt the Broncos have lost 3 straight times with Peyton, or that the Pats did with Tom.
Yeah, I remember with Tom, it was like they've never lost
Two
like
straight.
2 in a row for
Yeah.
a while. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, like let's be real.
Like, no, that's such a stupid Rodgers stat that people just throw out. Like, oh my God, that's so dumb.
So who's your pick?
Got the Packers.
You're just rude. You're just rude.
I got the Packers, but I think the Jets keep it close. I think
No, I think it's a
they're-
very close game. I could see this being like 2017, like
I think-
very low scoring, like
yeah.
dogfight of a game.
I think the Jets are the ultimate this year backdoor
Jets?
cover. The Jets are the ultimate backdoor cover team this year, where no matter what it is, they're gonna make it close and they're gonna cover late.
I also
on a
think
couple garbage times.
I think that this defense is going to be the toughest test for Wilson since he returned from injury. So I'm very interested in seeing how he looks this week.
Yeah, we'll see. Vikings Dolphins. Is Teddy playing still?
No, it's the third stringer.
Oh my
Teddy
God.
won't be playing.
Get the Dolphins, Dak.
No.
No, I don't want Dak. in our
Oh, we
division.
don't want that.
I'm just saying, like,
Dude,
for their sake.
No, I can't deal with Allen and Dak in our division. I can't deal with having the third best.
You know they
quarterback.
need Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh,
They need Ryan Fitzpatrick. Let's be real here. Ryan
dead.
Fitzpatrick.
I got the Vikings, but like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be the worst 5-1 team I've ever seen in my life.
Vikings.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings, but
If
like
the
I wouldn't
Jets are
be
beating up the
surprised if the
Dolphins-
Dolphins win.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins win this week, though. Just mark.
I
that.
would.
Rams are gonna smoke the Panthers with PJ Walker and
I hope so.
the Rams suck.
They're
yeah.
so
I don't think
bad.
they're good.
They
I
suck.
don't think they're good.
Like they are so bad.
They did they lost Odell and they added Bobby Wagner. Like how do you get that?
And
much
Allen
worse?
Robinson.
And Allen Robinson. Like they really realistically Allen Robinson and Odell very similar. I don't
At
this point in their career? At this point.
Odell last year.
Yeah, but Odell was only like big game Odell. And Allen Robinson like just
I don't
I don't
know.
know what he's doing this year, but
I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna pull up his stats from last year. Odell was borderline phenomenal last season with the Rams. Keep going though. Keep going.
well yeah, so I'm taking the Rams. Are any objections there against PJ Walker?
I'll take the
Panthers?
Rams,
They
but
better win. They
Well,
better.
the one thing is the
Super Bowl
Panthers-
hangover, man.
No, well, here's the thing: the
Real.
Panthers could cover because there's something about the week after your coach gets fired, the boys rally around
Yeah.
and they put up a good
What's
game.
the spread?
I think it was like +10.
yeah, in seven
Yeah.
7 starts
Panthers
last year
+10.
with the Rams, Odell got 300 yards and 5 touchdowns and 11 yards a catch. Like he was far better than Allen Robinson is.
Yeah, Robinson's been very disappointing.
Yeah, I don't know if like Allen
I mean, just the
Robinson.
Rams in general.
I don't know if he stinks or like Stafford kind of stinks now.
No,
and
I
he's
think
not throwing
Stafford
the ball.
No,
does.
Stafford's
Okay,
pretty
that's
ass right now.
Matthew
Yeah.
Stafford is not a Hall of Famer. Absolutely not a Hall of Famer.
Last year you were all over.
I was all over that, but he is not a Hall of Famer. He has sucked.
Yeah, he
Dude, like
I don't know really what's going on. There's something there. I think he's hurt.
There's
I
clearly
think his elbow thing is truly a problem.
well, there's clearly a thing where he locks in on his best receiver, given that he's had 2 Hall of Famers in Megatron, who's a top 5 receiver ever, and then Cooper Kupp, who's also a Hall of Famer. Clearly locks in on one guy, given that he's had a great number 1 for a lot of his career, but clearly likes to lock in on one dude. And to me, that's not what a Hall of Famer does.
Yeah, there's definitely an issue with his elbow, I think, too. Cardinals, Seahawks.
Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks.
I wouldn't be
Seahawks
surprised.
are home,
I'm going
right?
Seahawks, too. Yeah, they're home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see.
I added Geno Smith in fantasy this week, so
Yeah.
let's go
Oh, yeah.
Seahawks.
Bills, Chiefs. Listen, first time, I think, in the Mahomes
41. I think it's 41 starts, or something like
era. Oh,
that.
is it?
41
okay.
games.
41 games, something like that. The Chiefs are underdogs, but they're also 2.5-point underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
2.5. And I got it at 3 yesterday.
Okay, so if I was
Three.
betting on this game, I'd take the Chiefs with the points,
I took Chiefs +3.
but I'm going Bills.
I'm going Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs are going to win this game.
I think this is the MVP game this year. You know how they say like your Heisman moment? I think this is Josh Allen's MVP moment this year.
I was watching the highlights to that game last year.
Insane.
It's
The
like
Bills
It's like the
But
craziest.
it
game
doesn't
I've
make
seen.
sense to me.
The
like,
Bills are way too pissed about last year to lose this game, in my opinion.
Gabe Davis had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're way too pissed
So-
about losing that game.
So I get it. These two teams probably demand all of the primetime games throughout the year. But, like, I mean, I get it. Like the 425 spot, like not like whatever, but like
To me,
like,
this is
with the rate. I'm sure the NFL has had a dip in ratings. I'm sure because like
Listen,
the
this
games
is-
have been the primetime games have been terrible.
this is
Throw that in like a Thursday or something, bud, or throw it on like a Monday or a Sunday night at least.
to me. This is like the new. It's not going to reach the height of it because Peyton and Tom are just like way too good. This is the new Brady Manning for the NFL,
Yeah.
and you have to put this on prime time.
Yeah, I don't know. what they're
Every
doing.
single time they play each other.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Okay, whatever. I'm going Chiefs.
I'm going Bills.
Chiefs. Bills. Cowboys, Eagles. I'm going. Hey, I took the Cowboys to cover, and I'm the biggest Eagles guy there is this season.
What's the spread?
I think I got the Cowboys plus 6.5.
Oh yeah, they definitely cover that. That's like disrespectful.
Yeah, I have the Cowboys keeping it close. I wouldn't be surprised if they won. I actually liked them to win last week against the Rams. Never took it. But I'm going. I don't know if they'll win, but they'll cover.
This season's been so ass backwards that the Cowboys will definitely win with Cooper Rush playing instead of Dak.
Yeah, it's been so bad.
It's been so bizarre.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. And then wrapping it up, Broncos, Chargers, Monday night.
Chargers are gonna.
I think if the Chargers don't win convincingly, I'm out on them on the Super Bowl. Because just like, give me something. Like, give me something. They've just had all these underwhelming games.
You know what? No, I'm
It's
gonna
like-
trust my instinct. Give me the Broncos. Give me the Broncos.
I'm going Chargers. What about you?
Chargers, Broncos. Come on, they suck.
Give me the Broncos.
All right.
Stink.
Pick your dog of the week, gentlemen.
Mine's the Giants. I understand that 4-1 doesn't necessarily equate to being an underdog, but I know that they're not getting the respect that a 4-1 team typically gets, and rightfully so because they're not as good as a 4-1 team should be. But to me, if the Giants make the playoffs, I'm ready to acknowledge I was this wrong about Saquon. If the Giants make the playoffs, he deserves MVP votes and might be the MVP. Like, if he gets up there around 2,000 yards and like 18 touchdowns, and they go like 10-7, which is seeming like a real possibility at this
Yeah.
point. It's also hard to imagine the NFC East, like the division that's been the worst in maybe sports the last decade, like has 3 playoff teams out of nowhere this year. I find that hard to like imagine.
True.
But if they do it, which I mean, it's seeming like they can now, Saquon deserves some MVP votes, so they're my dog of the week.
Dog of the week.
Yeah, so I had the Jets as my dog of the week originally, but I thought it would be kind of boring because the last 2 weeks I said the Jets were going to win, and they did. Still waiting for my clip to get posted. I don't know what we're doing here. I guess you guys just don't want to admit that I'm right. But,
The Jets will finish with 6 wins.
yeah, I mean, whatever.
Go sorry.
Just give me 7 or 8. Yo, if the season ended right now, we're in the wild card. Just saying. Anyways, taking the Seahawks. Seahawks
like
are my
that
dog
one.
of the week.
I like that one.
Not bad, not bad. So I've got the Chiefs as my dog of the week, but like technically,
No, that
like,
does
I
not
don't know
count.
how- yeah.
that doesn't
Yeah, no,
count.
that's not. No.
So
do
if we're
do
doing,
a different one,
yeah,
please.
if we're doing the ones that don't count, then I'm going Cowboys dog of the week.
That doesn't count either. Give me a good one. Give me a juicy one.
They are
dude.
plus 215.
Give me a juicy
They are
one.
plus
They're
215. Plus 215.
Don't give me
That
that.
is
I want a real one out of you. I want a real one.
What do you want me to say? The Panthers?
Yes, give me that one. Give me the
Panthers
Panthers.
over the Rams.
I like that.
Lock it in.
I like
Panthers
that.
over the Rams.
Give me that. PJ Walker, baby.
Plus 350. Put your house on it. Alright.
Don't do that.
Don't
Don't do
it.
that.
It's not
Do
gambling-
it.
Not gambling advice.
Just do it.
Make your dreams come true. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Don't put your house on the Panthers. Or do. I don't know. Thanks for listening. This has been episode 9 of the podcast.
It's been a pleasure.
I've had a great time. How about
Yeah.
you?
No, I've had a pretty good time. Yeah.
Outside of needing to talk to Sal for about 30 to 40 minutes,
Yeah.
I've had a great time.
Yeah, no, I was a little late today.
Just another week. I have to listen to Ben complain about Aaron Rodgers, but
Hey.
whatever.
Hey, I've been proven
Whatever.
right so far, so I don't care.
All right, guys. See you guys next time.
Peace.
I just gave him the double gun, so.